Hey Rockies fans, Allie Monroy here with Drew Creasman. Thanks for submitting all of your questions on Twitter. Everyone knows Rockies Twitter is obviously the best Twitter.
Clearly.
So let's get started. We have quite a few questions, so we'll try and get through this fast. Drew, RJ Schroeder asked, does Rogers push Story for playing time this season?
I'm going to say probably not. Story would have to really struggle, or Rogers would just have to be amazing, and I really don't see that first thing happening. Rogers could make himself a factor if he has a great campaign, either at AA or AAA, but I'm expecting big things from Trevor Story this year, so I think one way or another we're going to see Rogers. I just don't think he's going to be taking time away from Trevor Story anytime soon.
All right, next, a Ridge Rocky fan asked, is the signing of Iannetta a sign that Murphy just isn't MLB material? Hate sounding negative.
Yeah, it could be. They're certainly not as confident in him as they were this time a year ago. That being said, he could still be the backup catcher on opening day. You never know. There's a real battle with him and Tony Wolters there. So we could see. I don't expect Iannetta to catch 150 games by any means, so they're going to need someone else. Could be Tom Murphy, but his path is with the bat. He starts hitting home runs again, he'll get a call in a hurry.
At 719 Sports asked you to discuss your expectations for Kyle and Herman in their second year, along with what you expect from Ryan McMahon.
And all those guys could have great campaigns. They're exciting young players. You could expect either one of Kyle or Herman to take a step back as the league adjusts to them, but those guys are both really smart pitchers. They finished in the top 7 in Rookie of the Year voting. I expect both of them to continue to get better. And speaking of Rookie of the Year candidates, that's Ryan McMahon. He's got that written all over him. If he gets enough playing time, especially in that big outfield at Coors Field with his line drives to fall in, I think you could see a huge breakout campaign from Ryan McMahon.
At Fantasy BB Hero asked, will David Dahl be MVP this year or next year?
I love your enthusiasm. Right now, David Dahl is just trying to make sure he can be on the field for the entire year. But anyone who's seen this guy play knows that that's not a totally absurd thing to think about. He's got all the tools that it takes to be a great baseball player. Man, if he can stay on the field, I expect some special things from David Dahl, but maybe let's take that one step at a time.
And finally, at 5280 Ballcast asked if Rockies will eventually bring back Mark Reynolds. We want him to platoon.
I could see it. It's a move that makes all kinds of sense for them. They need a little insurance for Ryan McMahon in case it goes the other way. They could also use another bat off the bench. I think the trick there is in getting Mark Reynolds to agree to come back, but not necessarily as a starter. Would he come back into a bench role? Would the veteran play behind a rookie? If he's willing to do all those things, absolutely the Rockies should get Mark Reynolds back in the picture. He could be incredibly valuable.
We're going to try and do these videos once a week, so be sure to send us your questions. And we just posted a spring training preview video, so be sure to check that out. For Drew Creasman, I'm Allie Monroy, BSN Denver.